Hi, thanks for joining me. I wanted to show you how to make something with dulse, which is a sea vegetable or an edible seaweed. I usually get a brand called Ironbound Island that comes in kind of a brown paper container or has a brown paper label that I get at Wheatsville Co-op. I guess I wasn't able to find it in the early part of the pandemic, so I got this other brand, which is good quality, but it's a little bit harder, a little bit more brittle than I'm used to. But anyway, what you want to look for if you get some dulse is the whole leaf variety of dulse. You don't want to get the flakes. They're great to use too, but not for the sandwich that we're going to make today. So we're going to make the DLT, or the Dulse lettuce tomato sandwich. It's really easy. It's basically like a BLT, bacon lettuce tomato sandwich, but you sub dulse for the bacon. And dulse comes from the Atlantic Ocean. It is a cold water seaweed, and it's prized for its minerals, iodine especially. It's high in iodine. And it just has a really wonderful flavor. It's salty and has that umami flavor that you think of with bacon. So I've seen Applewood smoked dulse. I haven't seen it in a while, but I think it was like the Maine Coast Seaweed brand sells that. I just haven't been able to get it locally. But what I'm going to do is just heat up a skillet. I've got a cast iron here. And then add a little bit of olive oil to the bottom of the pan. And we're just going to toast it on all sides. And as you can see, the dulse is pretty curly and it's a little bit hard to get it flat. So we'll just kind of have to do the best we can to, and you can eat this raw, so it's not an issue of it not being being undercooked or something. It's just to get it crispy. We want to be able to cook it on all sides. And dulse can be used in a lot of different ways. We're going to use it in a sandwich here, but I'm also going to show you how you can make it into a little tostada. And I'm going to show you how to make it into a salad. So the DLT salad. And let's see, what else was I going to show you? Yeah, it's just the tostada, the sandwich, and the salad. But then I also will put dulse as a garnish for creamy soups, like a cauliflower soup. It's really, really delicious with a cauliflower soup or a potato soup. So I'm just turning this over. It's helpful to have tongs or cooking chopsticks, something that you can easily pick up each piece at a time. And you'll see that it changes from this purplish red color. I'm going to turn it off now, to this kind of like light brown color. And everybody in my family loves this sea vegetable. My culinary instructor always said, do not call it seaweed, call it sea vegetable. Because there is, when you're at the beach and you see seaweed that's been sitting there for a long time, it may not look as edible as something that's been harvested and dried and then preserved to be food grade. Let's see. So I'm just going to remove this from the pan so it doesn't get overcooked. Just move this to the side so that I don't accidentally burn myself. So actually on the side here, I'm just going to toast a little bit of bread. We got this bread at Salt and Time. We were picking up a produce box from them yesterday and got this bread, but unfortunately it's sliced really, really thick and it's kind of dry on the inside. So that's why I'm going to show you a few different versions because I don't know how this bread is going to work out. We got this tomato from a friend of ours, and that was kind of the inspiration for doing this recipe today, was that we had our last beautiful homegrown tomato of the season, at least for now. Let me slice up the tomato. Get our bread toasted there. So there's lots of other sea vegetables that you can cook with, like wakame in either miso soup or a seaweed salad. It's a very common sea vegetable that you'll see at restaurants even. Kombu or kelp is another one that can be used to make dashi broth. It can be used in making mineral broths. I use it for making beans. Every single time I make beans, I put kombu in there. It gives them amazing flavor and helps soften them. I think I'll chop that for the salad or the tostada. Okay. Juicy, juicy tomatoes. That's the good thing about homegrown tomatoes, is how juicy they are. Okay, got our toast there. We can make a open face sandwich with there. So all that we're needing for our sandwiches are lettuce, got a couple different bowls of lettuce, tomato, and I know that avocado isn't in the name of the DLT, but Dulse and avocado go amazing together, so I didn't want to pass that up. Actually need to get my towel. Okay, so we'll slice up a little bit of avocado, do some longer, thinner slices there too. And then I'm going to make a little sandwich spread. It's very simple, just any kind of mayo. I actually like the vegan mayos better than I like, but this is a traditional mayo made with olive oil that's really good, but I actually like the taste of a lot of the vegan mayos better. But what you want to do is just thin out the mayo just a little bit. Could use a little whisk. That would have been better. Okay. And so I think we're ready to assemble our first sandwich. And while we're kind of doing that, I'm gonna toast a tortilla on either side so we can also make a tostada. So let's see. So let's put the spread on first. So any kind of bread that you like, or tortilla, or as you're going to see in a minute, we're also going to make a salad with no bread. So everybody can be accommodated here. And then we'll put the lettuce first. Tomato. Beautiful red tomato. Can you see that, Nelson?
Mm-hmm.
Put a little avocado. Just want to save some avocado for each sandwich we're making. And the avocado will also help to make the dulse stick on there a little bit better. I make my little tostada at the same time. And then, let's see, I put my pieces of dulse on here. And now they're really crispy. So if our toast wasn't already a little over an inch high, we might put 2 layers of bread, but this is going to be an open face sandwich. It looks really pretty. I remember reading that in Iceland, maybe those of you that have been lucky enough to have been to Iceland can verify this for me, but in Iceland they serve dulse as a bar snack, you know, instead of pretzels or something. And it is salty and a little bit chewy and really, really nutritious. So people are lucky that live over there for a lot of reasons. Okay, let's make our tostada. Put a little sauce if you want it. Could also just drizzle that on top. Then I'll put a little, this one I might do a little differently, I don't know. Let's see, lettuce. Sometimes I put the lettuce on top. Avocado. I haven't made one of these for quite a while. I used to teach some in-person classes on what to do with sea vegetables, all kinds of different recipes. But it's been a while since I've been able to do that. So I have to start making all of these things that I used to do in my classes. I'm just going to chop up a few smaller pieces of tomato for the tostada. And so, of course, you can eat this like a taco or a wrap, or you can eat it more like a tostada. And then put our tomatoes on top. Maybe a little bit more lettuce. And I've done this with spring mix before too. That works really well. Free to drizzle a little more sauce. So you've got 2 there. And then lastly, I want to do a little salad. So I was going to take the rest of our lettuce. If you wanted to, you could put a little bit of lemon juice in. Do those show, Nelson, or are they too far?
No,
Oops. Is that better?
I can see a little bit.
Okay. So now what I'm going to do is drizzle some of our dressing. I may have just said you could put a little lemon in here. You want it to not just be the mayo flavor, but just don't want to compete too much with the dulse, because it has a complex flavor of its own. Okay, put a few cucumbers in the salad. And then I think I better slice up a couple more tomatoes. These look so amazing. Wow. only kind of tomatoes that I grew this year were some yellow, baby kind of yellow cherry tomatoes. And I had to freeze a lot of those because they were coming really fast for a little while. And now they're all gone. Okay. There's salad on there. Let's see if I can fit it all. Go for the gusto. And put some dulse on top. Hope you'll try getting this. It's just one of those things you have to try it to see what it's like. It's hard to imagine if you haven't had sea vegetables before, but I remember being a little scared I remember being scared to try nori, and then I realized I loved that. But this is very different tasting than nori. And I want to get some colorful things on top. That's always really nice with a salad, to make sure it's got a lot of color. It makes it more appealing to eat when it's really colorful. Okay. So here's your DLT made 3 different ways. It is a really quick and easy meal or a side dish in terms of the salad. And it's kind of the perfect summertime thing to make when you've got fresh tomatoes and garden vegetables to use. So I hope you'll try this. I'm going to put a recipe for this on my blog shortly, sometime this week, in case you forget how to make it or want to see the brand that I usually get of the Dulse. But I hope you'll try this soon and let me know how it goes. Post your pictures and tag it with hashtag #CookLoveHeal. And you'll probably be seeing some posts that I do about my subscription called Cooking Together. I hope that you will check out our webpage for that. It's just cookloveheal.com/cooking-together. And you can also just go to the link for online classes. And we're doing a month in August that is themed for Italian cooking. So we're getting really excited about that. We've already filmed one of our videos for that. And basically each month we have a different theme. And when you sign up, you will get all of the previous months of course material as well. So you can get one recipe a week to try out for dinner, and basically like going to Natural Foods Culinary School without having to pay $20,000. So for $10 a month, you can learn about all these different things that I used to teach right there at the Natural Epicurean. And I've got a theme for each month. Like I said, last month we did, or this month of July, we did summer Asian cooking, including pad thai and Vietnamese pho and an easy ginger stir fry and rainbow sushi rolls. So that was a really, really fun and delicious month of cooking that I really enjoyed doing. And before that, we did healthy summer French cooking with a lot of recipes from southern France. And before that, what did we do?
One pot meals.
One pot meals was in April.
Mexican.
May we did Latin American cuisine. So we did recipes from the Caribbean, Mexico, and Costa Rica. So it's been a lot of fun. I've gotten a lot of people saying how much they've enjoyed making the meals with their children or virtually with their grandchildren. So it's a great thing to do during the pandemic when we need to nourish ourselves and really have the community support to keep going. I know a lot of times I get up in the morning, and if I didn't have a video to make or a recipe to create or a show to do for all of you, I would probably feel like I wouldn't even want to get up because the news is so bad. There's, a lot of uncertainty and anxiety. But when we have something positive to look forward to, and we know that someone is out there wanting us to participate and be healthy and happy, it can be really motivating to keep cooking and keep yourself healthy during these times. So I hope you'll check that out and join the community if you can. If not, just make sure that you're part of the Cook, Love, Heal newsletter that I send out for free every about 2 weeks or so with my current blog offerings, recipes, and tips. And that way we can stay connected, and I let you know when we're doing these shows and what's coming up. So thank you so much for being part of the show today, and I hope you will try making a DLT at home soon. So take care.